Bapak Dr. Nazratuzaman Hussein also take postgraduate study in human ecology at VUB Brazil and has second Master of Economics degree from University of New England, Australia, and also has degree of Doctor Philosophy in Economics at same university, University of New England, Australia. From 2020 until now, is a member of Basnas Pusat and also a lecturer of FEB, Faculty of Economic and Business, UIN Syarif Hidayatullah, Jakarta. Mr. Nazratuzaman Hussein will share to us how to productive zakat impact on economic in post-COVID recovery. Mr. Nazratuzaman, you may have the time, please.
Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala asrafil anbiya wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Allahumma shalli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad. Allahumma shalli ala Muhammad wa ala ali nuri al-mustabi li nisyani bi huril hatin wa nafsin ala wasi'illah wasi'illah wasi'illah. Allahumma tahadayya hikmataka wansur alayya min hazain bi rahmatika ya arhamar rahimin. Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil, ni'mal maula wa ni'mal nasir, la hawla wa la quwwata illa billahil azim. Amma ba'du. First of all, I would like to thanks for the organizing committee. This is the international webinar. I'm a representative of the chairman of Basnas, and I just know a few days ago he appointed me to, on behalf of Basnas, to be speaker at this event. Please allow me to share, but put me as a co-host, because I cannot share my presentation if I'm not a co-host.
Yes, Pak Nadra. Committee, please help Pak Nadra so he could share its presentation. Okay, Pak Nadra. From committee, please help Pak Nadra, make him as co-host. Let me check it. Pak Nadra. Yes. Please, Pak Nadra.
No. Okay, this is not me to share, Someone to already share this one, yeah. Yeah, okay. The theme of my topic, productive zakat impact in the economy post-COVID recovery. I think this question, this time is not easy because we all know is have been in the COVID problems, regarding with the economy. Now we just wake up from the problem in economy, and we don't have any good data regarding with the economic after the COVID recovery. Okay. Next, I think it's better me to share, Okay. The background, the outlines background, productive zakat impact in the economic post-COVID recovery, conclusion and recommendation. Next. Next. Next, I think I prefer because when there is why I have a problem with if there's someone to arrange, it's better me rather than someone, because someone not to follow my instruction,
Okay, Panada.
They are not fully consent.
Okay, Panada, I'm so sorry for this inconvenience.
Yeah, I think if you want to be operator for this one, you have to fully concentration. Okay, the backgrounds. Okay, next. We can see from this figure the impact of COVID-19 to increase the poverty rate and to increase the number of poor people. We know the poverty rate of Indonesian March 2021 equal to 10.14%. This figure is higher compared to the data in March 2019, which show that the poverty rate is only 9.20%. It's mean around 1 or 1.06% increase the number of people become poor. Next. One of the tools in Islam in improving a society during uncertainty is zakat. Zakat can help or can make improvement low income society and realizing welfare. And we believe that if the zakat can be one of effective tools in order to help the society who get direct impact from the COVID-19 pandemic, first is the increase in its collection through effective disbursement program. We can see in the table next, the collection of zakat fund still increase, although the economic face a problem. Let's see the next. Let's see the next. Okay. Zakat reflect the spirit of sharing economy. Current world trend is sharing economy, especially during pandemic period. Indonesia was awarded as the most generous country by the Charities Aid Foundation in the World Giving Index 2021. Professor Yanchai Beckler from the Harvard University, sharing spirit is the most important capital to increase economic production. We know in terms of economics, we know is the capital, and also we know human capital, we know the social capital, and the last is Professor Yanchai Beckler mentioned about this, the most important capital to increase economic production. The sharing spirit is only can be categorized as a capital. I think this is very important for us to understand about this. Okay, all those wisdom will be able to be realized if zakat is managed by professional, trustable, and transparent Amil zakat institution. In the Quran, mentioned about the profession Amil. Amil is as a profession. That's why now in Basnas, we have a certificate of Amil. They have to get a training first, and after that, they will get the certificate as a professional Amil from the LSP under the BNSP endorsement. I think for the student and for the new fresh graduate, they can easily to get the certificate Amil if they learn much about zakat. I suggest to the student to take this certificate as Amil as a profession. And we are lucky because your dean is Professor Amilin. They have a certificate when he was born, as Amir, that's why inherent he is Amir, without a certificate of LSP from Basnas. Next. This on the Act number 23 year 2011 about zakat management, Basnas has responsibility in coordinating zakat management at the national level, which cover planning, executing, controlling, reporting, and non-operational function. We know in Amil Zakat is the same as like the bank. Amil Zakat is also intermediary institution. One side, left hand, is how to collect the fund, and the right side, how to distribute or to utilize the fund. That's why Basnas is also intermediary institution. We have to understand about that. In the future, zakat need more people who know much about Islamic economics, rather than they have many or they have others knowledge, because the Basnas is the in my opinion is the institutional economics. That's why we need more people have the strong background in economics. Next. You can see the data regarding with the collection of zakat fund. You can see in the May on 2020, 113 billion. You can see in Indonesia is 113 rupiah miliar. You can see, and July decreased 28 billion. But if you see the next slide, if you compare May and July, next slide. In the May, we get 90, decrease from 113. But in July, we increase 112 billion. And in the total, up to now, 2021, we got 412 billion. But if we compare with the 2020, back, please back first. Excuse me, back. They're only 386 billion. That's why in 2021, although the data October 2021, the total already more than 2020. How we can see this one? This means even though the economic people face the economic problem regarding with zakat, they still pay the zakat to the Basnas, and they still want to pay the zakat through the Basnas, and we can see they are not decreasing since January up to October. They're still paying zakat regularly. Every month, many people, they pay month by month, and the result is increasing compared to 2020. Next. From the results, next, we can make a conclusion. Next. People still wants to pay zakat because zakat is obligation, and also they increase trust to the basnas as the amil to increase the number of fund to basnas. This means they increase the trust to basnas for paying zakat. If you see this disbursement program, there's two kind of distribution and utilization. Distribution, normally we just for consumptive zakat. For utilization, we are productive zakat. Next, consumption zakat program are aimed at helping those zakat recipients with no long-term objective for attaining financial independence. It aims at fulfilling the basic needs of the recipients. For example, zakat fund to help the victims of any natural disaster that occur in the country. The aid may be in the form of food, clothing, and all household-related material. People is suddenly become poor because of the fire, the house is fire, and also because of the earthquake, many things they can problem. The zakat will help them in terms of conservative zakat program. Another program is productive zakat program are designed to enable to the recipient of zakat to achieve financial solvency for longer period. Having attained financial solvency, such recipients are then expected to become zakat payers in the future. For instance, Basnas, microfinance, and zakat community development. You know, we have our aims. If now they are mustahik and we help them with the productive zakat program, they become muzaki for the next time. From mustahik become muzaki. This is our target in the zakat utilization through the Basnas microfinance and zakat commodity development. I think the Basnas microfinance and zakat commodity development, it is opportunity for the fresh graduate student to work with Basnas to work together with the Basnas microfinance and zakat commodity development. Next. Productive zakat impact in the economy post-COVID recovery. Please, next. We more concerned with the impact of the COVID. We make some activities in the one we call Basnas COVID-19 response program in economic sector. Next. Next. Yeah, we help to the people because of the impact of COVID-19. We give money for their business activities, especially for ultra micro and micro business. And BMD, Basnas Micro Development Program, SME Empowerment, Zakat Medium Enterprises Empowerment, logistical support package. We give some package for the people. Recovery existing program. We also give the kits for the preventive of COVID-19. And the last is Zakat Community Development. Zakat Community Development, we have a system and we have a good experience to develop Zakat Community Development. And we work in the remote area. We work in the poor community. Alhamdulillah, the result of zakat community development is very good, and you can see in Basnas publish people from Muzaki to be people from Mustahik become Muzaki. Next. The regulation of the Minister of Religious Affairs number 52 year 2014 article 32 to 34 about productive zakat. There are 6 elements. Zakat can be utilized to the productive endeavor to help the poor and the needy. Zakat can be used to finance the business of the mustahik after they meet their basic necessities. Zakat can be utilized for productive purposes if it is in line with the Sharia. Zakat can be used for a productive business if it generates an economic value for mustahik. Zakat can be employed for productive business if the mustahik live in the same area with zakat management organization. The recipient should comply with the mustahik criteria. We know in the Basnas system regarding with the regulation, Basnas in the level of national level, Basnas at the province level, and Basnas at the regency or the city, and also we have we call UPZ, unit pengumpul zakat. Next. This is our program. First is productive zakat program for mustahik with regular supervision program from Amil. Economic empowerment to achieve financial solvency of the mustahik. Mustahik become muzaki, zakat payers in the long run. Improve welfare of the society. This is the last goal, how to improve welfare of the society. Next. We have a breeding farm. We call Lembaga Pemberdayaan Peternak Mustahik. We also have economic empowerment for the mustahik. We have zakat community development, and we have Basnas microfinance. I think I suggest to you, all students, you can work internship. It's the for the institution. You can work 6 months or 3 months together with Basnas breeding or Basnas economic empowerment or zakat community development or Basnas microfinance. I think in the Merdeka curriculum, independence curriculum, you can work together with Basnas and you can choose. You can work in zakat community development or you can work with Basnas microfinance. Up to you. Next.
Panadra, excuse me, Panadra. Excuse me, Panadra. I have to remind you that the time is end now. We have to continue to Q&A session. I'm so sorry for this inconvenience.
Okay, for me it's already finished. Just give example. The result what during the COVID-19 what we work. Okay, next. Okay, next. This, I think you can read this one. You can share this regarding with zakat community development and also Basnas microfinance. Okay, next. This community development. Water pipe recovery, for example. This is for sago production. Next. This is cacao production. Zakat Mudurma for in Pondok Pesantren, Rodatul Madinah, workshop in writing, public speaking, and art. Next. Yes, this is microfinance. Yeah. And next. Okay, next. I think I just give you the view regarding with the Basnas microfinance, yeah, in the rural area. We have a map for this one at Bukit Tinggi, Bojong Rangkas, Jabon Mekar, Gunung Sari, and Sigli. Yes. Next. Yes. The conclusion is, even though the COVID-19 to make people more poverty, but for Basnas, they still work and they still increase the number of zakat funds. And we hope participation from the student, from the fresh graduate, from the State University of UIN, Alhamdulillah, will help Basnas to more good performance to help the poor people. I think I need your hand to work together with Basnas. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Panadra. I highlight the last message of Panadra. Panadra invite all of alumni from UIN, Syarif Datul Jakarta, and also from other universities, especially from Sharia Economic, to work together with Panadra at Basnas to help our society. Well, Panadra, thank you for your presentation. We already have one question on chat room from Budi Santoso, Stisipo Chandra Dimuka. Panadra, why the implementation of zakat, infak, and sodako have not been optimized? We acknowledge that there are still many people live in poverty. Is it related to government regulation or else? Thank you, Panadra.
Yeah, I think the problem is the number of zakat fund is not too high. We have a potential for 380 billion, a trillion, not billion, trillion, but now just 11 trillion for national level. That's why under not reach 10%. Why? Because people prefer to give a zakat directly to the poor people, not the through of Basnas. This is one problem for us. And the second is about the trust. They not trust with the Basnas because Basnas is the government institution. You know, many government institution is corruption. That's why they afraid Basnas also work as a corruptor. Alhamdulillah, you know, we have a good governance, but not many people think about that. They prejudice Basnas is the same as like other government institution. They lost trust with the Basnas. And if we know about in the Quran, quote amwalikum, the authority of government to take a zakat from the people, actually like that. But many people, they prefer to give directly. That's why we need a time to give zakat literacy and also to teach people to understand what the role of Basnas. And now I'm working for the IT. Now I'm really work hard for IT, information technology, because to give access for the Muzaki, to give fund to Basnas through the IT system, digital system. That's why digitalization now is the time for Basnas. Yeah? I work for that.
Yeah, thank you, Panadra. So we still have a lot of homework to do, yeah? A huge of potential, but not at the other side, a collection still lower than its potential. And another problem is trust issue. That's why Panadra for several times invite us. If you have a potential, you could help Basnas join with Basnas. Thank you, Panadra, for your presentation. Thank you for your sharing. Hope Basnas will always success in the future.
Thank you very much. Amin.
Yes, for all participants, I'm so sorry I could not deliver your questions since we have a time limitation and we need to move to other presentation, to the third presentation. Thank you, Panadra.
Yeah, thank you very much for everybody. I will quit. Okay, see you later.
See you
At the
later,
campus.
Panadra. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Ladies and gentlemen, all participants, I would like to say thank you to our supporting partner that enabled to make this event happen today. I would like to say thank you to our sponsor, Pegadaian, BBO, Ines, Mega Syariah Bank, Dompet Duafa, Aksi Cepat Tanggap, Bank BTN Syariah, Inisiatif Zakat Indonesia, Baitumal Hidayatullah, Hijrah Bank, and IDS. And also our media partner, HMPS Perbankan Syariah, Event Jakarta, Event Nasional, Infokopedia, Infolomba, Kampus Update, Acara Kampus, dan Enjoy Tasik. Please keep support our activity. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for still being with us until now. We already reached our third presenter. I would like to invite Mr. Agus Subandi SE to join in our room. Mr. Agus Subandi.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam. Yes, Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome, Mr. Subandi. I will introduce you to Mr. Agus Subandi. He was born in Jakarta on 1988, has bachelor degree from STA Perbanas, and since 2020 until now, work as branch manager as Aksi Cepat Tanggap. Aksi Cepat Tanggap is one of the professional non-profit organization that focus on humanitarian work. Since 1994, well, it's a long time, and until now, still work on humanitarian work, not only in Indonesia, but also around the world. Mr. Agus Subandi will share us about philanthropy. Okay, Mr. Agus Subandi, time is yours.
Capture. Okay, just a minute. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Alhamdulillahillazi arsala rasulahu bil huda wa dinil haq liyuzhhirahu 'ala ad-dini kulli wa kafa billahi shahida. Asyhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la syarika lah wa asyhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. Amma ba'd. Ladies and gentlemen, please let me introduce our institution. We are ACT, Aksi Cepat Tanggap. It's a professional humanitarian and social institution that has been active since 2005 in handling natural disasters, social disaster, or humanitarian disasters such as malnutrition, food insecurity, health and sanitation, education, economic empowerment, community development, and victim of disaster. We are also in line with social conflict both at home and abroad. We help social conflict in Middle East of Arab, like Palestine, Syria, of course, with the civilization to help them. And then we are here to help Indonesia and the people, of course, help some of the poor people who are affected by the COVID pandemic and afflicted by a natural disaster, social disaster, humanitarian disaster, poverty with various community empowerment programs, and nation food endurance programs. We want to be a small part of the improvement movement and the movement for social change in society, and the movement for social change in society, giving a humanitarian message that is to invite all levels of society to work together to help invite all levels citizens from economic downturn and carry out economic recovery throughout in Indonesia. And carry out economic recovery. This is there's a bad signal here. Okay, we start with the presentation. There's a bad signal here. Together we help Indonesian Indonesian small and medium micro enterprises. Together we have Indonesian small and medium micro enterprises. Next. Okay, this is pandemic COVID-19. Indonesia's outbreak since March. This is pandemic COVID-19 2020 has left millions infected and hundreds of thousands of people in 2020 lost their lives. Has left millions infected and hundreds of thousands of people lost their lives. Sorry, before second. During the second wave of COVID-19, Indonesia had occupied the first position in the highest daily increase in COVID-19 cases, reaching 44% or as many as 350,000 cases in the period 12 until 8,000 cases July period 2021. Next. Not only hit the health sector, but also paralyzed the social and economic sectors. The activity restriction policy, which has been in place since July 3rd, 2021, which has been in profound impact on the community. 2021, hundreds of thousands of people are in danger of losing their livelihood. As a result, many people find it difficult to meet their daily needs due to zero income. Many people find it difficult is also to meet their daily needs due to zero income. Latent danger.
Excuse me, Mr. Agus, seems that you use two devices. Is that true? Because the sound is a little bit compared to one another.
Oh. Sorry.
Yeah.
Di mana? Sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, back to slide.
Yes, please.
Slide, please. Just a minute. Just a minute, there's trouble.
Yeah, it's okay. Especially at the rain time like this. Technical issue.
There's a bad signal.
Yeah.
Okay, back in the third slide.
Okay.
Next. Okay, next. Okay, not only the health sector, but also paralyzed the social and economic sectors. Okay, here we are in. This is poverty in Indonesia. In the graphic, we can see in March 2021, Indonesia's poverty rate increased to 10%. And then total of 16 provinces has poverty rate above the national average. And 3 out of 16 provinces have poverty rates above 20%. Next. It means the poverty is already increasing from 20 2022 2020 until now. It is also one of the sectors most affected by the COVID-19 pandemic, as many as 30 million UMKM were unable to survive due to the drastic decline in income. You can see the news here, 30 million UMKM. And the next. Okay, in the data, 36%. Okay, we continue. Sorry, 36% of business unit states. We can see that there were no sales at all, and 26% business unit whose sales fell by more than 60%, and 15% of business unit whose sales fell 31 until 60%, and then 14% of business unit whose sales decreased by 10 until 30%, and 8% of business units state that the value of their business transaction was the same as before the pandemic or even higher. Next. Okay, we can see the highlight of the news. Many people and many people affected by bankrupt. And then next. Okay, this is 50% merchants loss of their income. This data we take from ACT Pusat. So maybe this is because we have from BPS from BPS2. This is 5 from 12 million traditional traders in various regions were forced to close due to lack of buyers. And then UMKM decreased turnover, reaching 50 until 60% due to PPKM in July 2021. Next. What can business people need during pandemic? And then this is our solution. The first business capital assistance, and then tax payment delay, relaxation of loan payments, ease of loan application and administration, electricity bill relief. This is needed the merchant in pandemic. And next. Here are also some solution programs. Assisting SMEs, small medium enterprises, is a program that consists of 3 major programs, including help wholesales of UMKM, help UMKM capital, help a company as UMKM. This is our major 3 program we're doing right now. Next. And the assets of the program is saving UMKM from bankruptcy, maintains the existence of UMKM in the midst of an economic recession, and the third, prevent more people from losing their livelihood, and the fourth, provide enthusiasm, and motivation rise from adversity. Next. And the advantage of business assistance programs. We deal with the Cordul Hassan contract. SME actors who are in urgent difficulty will get an interest-free loan, so they are safe from the usury system and can continue their business. This is without collateral, no administration fee, no profit sharing, no fines. Next. And then this is the detail of program. Company UMKM program is a series of simple program designed for SMEs who are just starting out and all want to build a systematic and sustainable business. This platform covers start from the A until Z aspect of business. So it is needed by SMEs UMKM to map the aspect needed in developing the business. In addition, this program is also accompanied by spiritual assistance. This is, we can see in the first spiritual leadership management. This is a simple program we make for the UMKM. At the first, spiritual leadership management, habituation of activity with basmala, pray 5 times a day, habituation of morning hours. This is habituation that we want to share to our partners. And the second was simple finance. How simple finance? The calculation of cost of production, transaction recording, financial intelligence. And the third strategy, promotion, customer segmentation. We make basic promotion strategies. And the fourth, brand strengthening, positioning of brands in the market and brand creation. In the 5, service and product management, like service excellence and packaging, and at the point 6, sales and marketing, increase sales and social media marketing. This is a detail of our program in UMKM. Next. Okay, we support all merchants to stand on their feet. This is packaging, like 700,000 for one merchant package. We can see in for 10 merchant package, and then for a 50 merchant package. This is our partner will deliver a stimulant fee from us. Next. As this is another example. There is mentoring business until 6 months, like spirituality strengthening, financial management, business management, selling and marketing, branding, and digital. And then this wholesaling, providing mentoring. This is kind of like a wakaf support for 1 merchant, 10 merchant, until 50 merchant. This is some of packaging packets from us to build to recovery situation in pandemic, like this. Next. Okay, this is media inventory ACT. And people like ACT, when they didn't know ACT, they can call egg. And next. This is a collaboration benefit. we can give branding in name, logo, mitra. This is other humanity appreciation, Instagram feed, YouTube video implementation, and then it's our head office in Narasopun 5. Okay, that's all we can convey. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Agus Subandi, for your presentation. We already have some questions in the chat room. I will read first question from Iyas. Iyas from Kasei Voice STM Bongaya Makassar. Iyas wants to know how students could involve in activity that support philanthropy Islamic economic. How could students involve in those activities, philanthropic activities, especially?
Okay, thank you. This is Dias, yeah?
Yes.
Pardon me. Yes.
Yeah.
Fine. We have a volunteer program here in all of the town. We have branches in almost 100 branches in all of Indonesia. We have branches in Palestine too and Turkey. So maybe yes can join with a volunteer program in our town. Maybe they can visit. She can visit to the branch where he lives.
Okay. So, Mr. Agus Subandi, if Iyas and other students want to involve with your activity, they could directly come to your branch. You have so many branches, yeah.
Okay.
In many towns in Indonesia and also at Turkey and also at foreign countries.
Correct.
Could directly come. So yes, please welcome. You could directly come to ACT branch. We have second questions from Ibu Ai Mariani. Ibu Mariani said that some articles mention that most of Muzaki give its zakat directly to the mustahik. So they give it directly, not through intermediary organization because of trust and professionalism issue. What do you think about this, Mr. Agus Subandi?
Mr. Iris.
Ibu Ai Mariani. Mrs. Ai Mariani.
Ibu Ai Mariani. Just a minute.
Muzaki prefer to give it zakat direct to mustahik, not through zakat organization because of trust and professionalism issue. What do you think about that?
Okay, this issue is often attack us in this. Maybe this from SCT established in 2005 when tsunami Aceh we are came in Indonesia. Until now there are many attack and by issue is some influencer and other didn't like us. I think it's not true because we are a trust institution. Except, for example, we are just a minute. For example, we are present in Palestine in May 2021, a few months ago. We are one of the just two institutions that approved by Ministry of Social Ministry Indonesia. Yeah, the first is ACT, and the second is Kibi, kitabisa.com. And the Kibi is our outstanding partner with ACT, where our volunteer from Kibi joined with volunteer in ACT in Palestine. So every issue that Mustahik, if they want to give directly by Mustahik, please.
Yeah, it's mean if our Mustahik choose to give it directly, we could not. There's nothing we could do, but we always try to build trust. Yeah?
Yes.
What we can do only try to build trust, like what ACT has done. From your activity at Palestine, ACT got approval from Indonesia government. Yeah.
Yes, of course. That's the truth. We are there's evidence in social media, like in the news. Maybe we can share to other people that we are one of the institution was approved by social ministry.
Yes. So another important thing is communicate. Yeah, communicate to Mustahik. Communicate what we have done and communicate.
Correct.
Yes, communicate our activity so they could see it by themselves. Then they could judge by themselves. We could not control other people. What other people think about us. We only could control what we can do. So it's a big homework for social organization and profit like ACT and others. Do we still have time? I think we still have time for another question, last questions.
Okay.
Are there international donors? Oh, from Ibu Muniati Aisyah. Oh, actually, we still have two questions. From Ibu Muniati, are there international donors received by ACT? How does ACT convince them that they can entrust their funds to ACT? What kind of programs are they interested in? Ibu Muniati, there are three questions from Ibu Muniati. Do you have any international donors?
Yes.
Yes. How could ACT convince them? So it means they trust you. How could you convince them to put funds to your organization? How ACT built trust?
Okay, we build our trust. Maybe there's one of in the same vision, and then some frequency, and we are also try to communicate and coordinate and coordinating in many programs. We have 72 programs that we like to tell them to our donors, and then we have document and video that we can assure the donors. We assure the donors will be seen every hour action. Maybe like that.
Yeah.
In the second.
To convince them, prove them what we have done.
Yes.
Kind of activity that make international donors interest.
Yes.
What make them interest? What kind of program that make international donors interest to your organization?
Okay, like Freeport, like Freeport. This is based in Papua. In in this pandemic, they are giving us in July 2021, and a few months ago they donate until 750 millions for to buy one ambulance and deliver to our some hospital in Jabodetabek, like medicine and like medicine. Medical aids, and then for nakes, for nurse and doctor, we give them in action by like RSUD Tangsel and all RSUD. We give we deliver food truck program, like food truck program in some hospital, and international donors. One of them is Freeport.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Is we can so we are a trusted institution that not Muslim. We are helped, but other Muslim like in NTT, in Maluku, in Papua, we help when there's a tragedy over there. So I think it's not true when we are become there's
yeah. So please, if you want to share your donation to ACT, yeah, they are a trustful organization and already received international acknowledgement, I think.
Many black campaign attack ACT, but we are keep moving.
Okay.
We have NTT like floods and volcano eruption, and in Manado, in not a Muslim state, we can we keep continue to help Indonesian people, citizens.
Yeah. Thanks for ACT. Good work. Good job. Keep moving.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Agus Subandi, for your sharing. Thank you for all. Now we are going to enter last session. We are going to invite our fourth speaker, Ibu Fadilah Kartikasari, SA MBA. Thank you, Pak Agus Subandi. See you next time in other occasion, in other session. Thank you, Pak.
Thank you, Miss.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
I would like to invite our fourth speaker, Ibu Fadilah Kartikasari, SA MBA. Ibu, have you joined us? Ibu Fadilah Kartikasari.
Yes.
Welcome, Ibu. Yeah. Okay. Welcome, Ibu Fadilah Kartikasari.
Okay.
I would like to introduce all participants with our fourth speaker, Ibu Fadilah Kartikasari, SA MBA. She is Director of Sharia Capital Market Financial Service Authority Indonesia, or OJK. Ibu Fadilah Kartikasari has bachelor degree from Universitas Gadjah Mada, Yogyakarta, and has her Master of Business Administration degree from University of Scranton, Pennsylvania. The last speaker will share us about the last speaker will share to us optimizing the potential of Islamic capital market in post-COVID economic recovery. Please, Ibu, you have 20 minutes to share with us, then we can continue with question and answer. Please, Ibu Kartika.
Ibu
Please,
Liz.
Bu Fadila, time is yours.
Thank you, Ibu Liz. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alhamdulillah ladzi arsala rasulahu bil huda wa dinil haqq ini kulli wa kafa bil syahida. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Honorable speakers, moderator, and all participants, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to convey my gratitude to organizer who giving me the opportunity to speak at this webinar and share about the updates in Islamic capital market. Since the organizer gives me the topic that Islamic capital market, and I think that it's too broad if I talk about the capital market. So I choose the topic that maybe in line with the other speaker. So I would like to elaborate about the optimizing the potential of Islamic capital market in post-COVID economic recovery, and also I will elaborate about the initiative in capital market regarding the philanthropy, how to develop the philanthropy in capital market. Next, please. I have in my outline, before I talk about the philanthropy in capital market, I would show a little bit about the Islamic capital market statistic and also capital market policies in response to the COVID-19 impact. And I will explore a little bit about Sharia capital market roadmap 2020 and 2024 that we launched last year. And the last is opportunities and challenges in Islamic capital market. Next, please. So in the next slides, we could see that the statistics about the capital market. Yes, if these are the figure of the Islamic financial asset in Indonesia, which consist of banking, Islamic non-bank financial industry, and Islamic market. So we can see that the total asset of the Islamic finance is the big percent is in capital market, Islamic capital market, because the big portion of the capital market asset or Islamic financial is related to the sovereign sukuk issued by government. And in that figure, we exclude the Sharia stock, because the Sharia stock that listed in the Indonesian stock exchange actually is not really, this Sharia securities is categorized as Sharia by regulator, not by intention. That's why we exclude this number from the figure. Next, please. And for the last 5 years, we have the growth of the Islamic capital market product, which consists of Sharia stocks that listed in Indonesian stock exchange, and also Sharia mutual funds. We have about 9 type of Islamic mutual funds, and also corporate sukuk that issued by a corporation or they who has become emittent or issuer in the market. And the last is sovereign sukuk. We could see that they also growth in the number of shares that they issued year by year. Next. In terms of value, we could see that the biggest portion is also in Sharia stock. Sharia stock in October 2021, the market cap of Islamic Sharia stock in Indonesia is about 3,557 trillion. And the list is in corporate sukuk with only 37.22 billion. So, and we can see that what is the impact of the pandemic to the capital market or Islamic market is that at the end of the 2020, there is a decrease in the Sharia stock, about 10%. Okay, next slide, please. We still kept okay. So other than product that we produce in Islamic market, which are Sharia stock, and then corporate sukuk and also mutual fund, Islamic mutual fund. We also some supporting service in Islamic market that support all the market infrastructure that we need in capital market, such as sukuk underwriters, sukuk trustees. We have also 15 custodian banks that involves in Sharia mutual funds. We also have 18 Sharia online trading system. It's a system using by securities companies to serve for they or some investor who want to invest in Islamic stock. And also we have about 60 investment manager who manage Sharia mutual fund and only one Sharia investment manager. And now we have 113 Islamic capital market expert or SPM. This is a license that OJK gave to someone who want to involve in capital market. Next, please. Other than products and the growth in products, we also see that the number of investors in Islamic capital market also increased during the last 5 years, and in both Sharia stock and mutual fund. So we can see that the significant growth is happened in Sharia stock. It's about 3 to 4 times, and in Sharia mutual funds more than 10 times if compared to the last at the end of the 2016, and now after 5 years later, the number of Islamic investors are in Sharia mutual funds is almost 10 times, more than 10 times. Next. So despite the growth at the product and also services in the market, we also try to build the policies that also give the positive impact, especially during or after COVID-19 situation. Next, please. In 2020, OJK has issued many regulations that make an adjustment to market instability due to COVID-19. But and in March this year, OJK also has issued the regulation number 7 regarding policies to maintain capital market performance and stability due to the spread of COVID-19. So the objective of the policies are to reduce stress and maintain stability in the capital market, and also to provide relaxation for capital market industry players, and to ease licensing process, registration, and or approval, including reporting and information submission. Why regulation this kind of regulation is issued? Because in capital market, the rule process is take times, and maybe sometimes usually more than it could be more than 1 year. And in this situation, in this emergency situation, this regulation give an authority to our chairman, executive chairman, to take the decision or relaxation when it needed. Next, please. So we can see that policies related to implementation of activities in capital market, for example, is procedure for conducting the general meeting of shareholders meeting by determining the condition that allow the GMS to be carried out completely. So there are relaxation on how to decide that they have to carry the GMS electronically. And also rating adjustment for debt securities or sukuk that includes as a portfolio for mutual Islamic mutual fund. And the other policies is about the extension of initial offer period in the context of a public offering. Next slide, please. These are the example of the policies related to procedure and time limit of report submission. So our executive chairman can make a relaxation and changing in annually financial report, annual report if it's needed, and changes of data and information report. And also we have postponing implementation on and submission of sustainability report. Next, please. POJK number 7 also give instruction to SRO, with Indonesian Stock Exchange, KP and KC for prohibit short selling transaction for all exchange members, and also make adjust the upper limit and lower limit of authorization in the trading regulation, and also adjust the stock exchange regulation regarding trading halt for a certain period in case the Indonesian composite price or IHSG declines to a certain limit, and so on. Next. Now, in the next part, I would elaborate more on Sharia capital market roadmap. Please. We have actually, this is the second roadmap of Islamic capital market under OJK supervision. The first roadmap was issued in 2015 and has ended in 2019. So we try to make a new one. And the vision of our capital market map is the Islamic capital market that contributes significantly to the national economic and financial ecosystem. To achieve that vision, we have vision that capital market should be, we need to strengthen Islamic values in the Islamic market, and also support infrastructure funding and halal value chain development. You know that halal industry in Indonesia now has supported by government, and also to develop Islamic market products that are innovative, competitive, and become the people's choice. So this is our mission. Next, please. In the new roadmap, we have 4 main strategy. The first is regarding the development of product, and the second is development in infrastructure, and the third is about how to increase literacy and inclusion of the society, and the other strategy is how to strengthen synergy with our stakeholders that consists of the government and society and also other parties. So we have about 9 program, but in this session, I will only elaborate about 2 programs that related with the philanthropy. Next, please. The first is program number 1 regarding the development of productive wakaf-based Islamic capital market product. So, according to the data from the Indonesian Wakaf Board in 2019, the total wakaf land that has been registered as a certified wakaf land is about 111 billion meter, and also from that wakaf land, there is an opportunity to develop wakaf land to be more productive and beneficial to entitled wakaf beneficiaries, because we know that almost of wakaf land in Indonesia, maybe about 70% of wakaf land has equipped as like the mosque and the school, madrasah, and also the burial cemetery. But only little of them that can be developed more productive and give the more for the ma'kuf alai as a wakaf beneficiaries. The more profit. So this effort had give us the opportunities to synergize about the Islamic capital market instrument and wakaf to boost development of productive wakaf based on Sharia investment product. Next, please. The development of philanthropy in the Islamic market, we have 4 types of product that possible or has potential to develop in capital market, but not all of this product has existing right now because we still in a development or in some of them are still in research. But the first is kas wakaf link sukuk, sukuk link wakaf and stock wakaf and wakaf link mutual fund or endowment funds. Next. For kas wakaf link sukuk, this is actually has done and now is running, and it was initiated by Ministry of Finance and also Indonesian Wakaf Board. And what is kas wakaf link sukuk actually? Kas wakaf CWLS or CWLS is actually is wakaf investment, kas wakaf investment by Nazir on sovereign sukuk in which its coupon rewards are distributed to finance social program and economic empowerment of the people. So we call CWLS kas wakaf link sukuk actually has the function to strengthening the capacity of Islamic finance and economy, in the strengthening the national wakaf management institution, including Indonesian Wakaf Board and also the other we call Nazir parties or Mitra Nazir, and also supporting DG's target achievement because we hope that the result of this action will contribute in poverty alleviation and also development of social investment in pandemic situation. We try to attract people's awareness that they have to help each other. Next. This is the scheme that they have done for the last 2 years, I think. So, in this scheme, simply that Waqif pay their wakaf through Islamic bank or LKSPWU, and then also from the Nazir that pricing funds, maybe I don't know, maybe ACT or the Bedu Alpha or something like that. They also in this program, and then this funding from Waqif will be put in or will be invested in sovereign sukuk issued by Ministry of Finance, and then the return or coupon payment are returned to Indonesian Wakaf Board as a representing for Nazir, and the Waqif of course they are not receive the coupon payment, and this coupon payment can be used to increase the interest of mawquf alai. Next, please. The realization of kas wakaf and sukuk is during 2 years. I think it's twice. Yeah, the first is sukuk wakaf 001 is, and the second is Sukuk Wakaf Retail, because it's also offered to the society, not only to Nazir. The first one is only to Nazir. So for we compare both of them, so there are the difference in use of proceed also, and because the first Sukuk Link Wakaf Link Sukuk, I mean, it is the discount rate for of the Sukuk, they used to renovation and purchase of medical equipment in Ahmad Badi Hospital Serang, and as a reward, this hospital have to give the free charge of people or maybe Mawquf Alai that they want to have services in this hospital. Next. The second is Sukuk Link Wakaf. Actually, for Sukuk Link Wakaf, we have do a research with a system of National Wakaf Board, but until now the problem is it's not easy to find the parties that want to conduct it as a issuer of the sukuk, because they have to prepare money or spend their own money to build the building on the wakaf land. So this is the difference between CWLS and Sukuk Link Wakaf. If CWLS or Wakaf Link Sukuk is monies from Wakif is invest in sovereign sukuk, but Sukuk Link Wakaf is commercial sukuk. That underlying asset is Wakaf land, and the building on the Wakaf land is is meant to generate greater benefits. Maybe we hope that someday Sukuk Link Wakaf based on the Wakaf land will create the Wakaf land that there is a building on that land, and from that building they can earn, they can generate income. So the profit that they can that return to the Wakaf beneficiary is also much greater. Next. This is one of the sample of the sukuk issuance schemes using the Wakaf land, and the second one, because the limitation of time, maybe I can explain all of the scheme, and you can read by yourself. And if you have any question, we are open to answer the question. Next, we also the other scheme of Wakaf issuance, but the difference with the first one is the second one is not related to the Wakaf land, but this proceed or the sukuk goes to the Nazir, that they have like productive or event or activities that they also give money or social funding from Wakif. So it's like a combined between commercial and social funding. Next. For stock wakaf is actually a development of cash wakaf, which is invested in Sharia stock with the aim of increasing the value of the cash wakaf. So investor could submit their stock, dividends, or capital gains as wakaf object. So stock wakaf is also exists in Indonesian Stock Exchange, and there are 6 securities companies who are involved in stock wakaf. The total investor is 120 investor, and the total value of stock wakaf right now is about 284 billion rupiah. Next. These are the list of the securities companies and Nazir that involved in stock wakaf, and we expected that this activity will be followed by the other securities companies and also the other Nazir. Next, please. The third one, I think, so besides how to combine the wakaf with sukuk, we also and stock, we also try to find scheme that can combine wakaf with Islamic mutual fund scheme. So we call wakaf link mutual fund. So basically, this is like endowment fund that we know that maybe some organization or some university also have this kind of endowment fund. So investor, they have an option to choose whether their refund, their return from mutual fund will be goes to them fully or only part of them. So they will be given offer to share or to pay wakaf payment from their that reduce the portion of their return. And in this case, investment manager can cooperate with Nazir, that will receive a portion, fund portion that give by investor, and then distribute the return to the Mawquf Alai. And in the second scheme, in the next slide, we also have an next slide, please. Yeah. So in this case, there is no investors because this is only Waqif. I mean, all of the return that they receive from the mutual fund, they will provide, or they will send, or they will give to the Nazir. So in this case, Nazir collect the money or wakaf from Waqif, and then invest in Sharia mutual fund, and all of the return will be distributed to the Mawquf Alai. So I heard that some of investment managers also have this kind of scheme, and we hope that the number of the market or industry player that involved in this scheme will be more and more in the next time. Next. Okay, we finished about wakaf, and to continue to the roadmap, I will elaborate about the direction 2. Number 2 is action plan, provide crowdfunding platform to promote issuance of microsukuk. I think issue about crowdfunding platform now is still quite become a hot issue in society, because this is it's a new way how to get the funding from the market. So because the cost of issuing sukuk through IPO is quite larger for SME, on the other side, SME needs access to get funding for their business. But until 2018, when there is no regulation about the crowdfunding, for SME there is no access to get funding from the market. So we try to use crowdfunding as one of the financial technologies that has been developed actually not only in business area but only in social. As we know that Kita Bisa and many social crowdfunding is also existing before this. So a breakthrough is needed to take advantage of fintech to solve the problem faced by SME by issue the regulation about crowdfunding that provide the possibility for SMEs to get access. Next slide, please. So this is actually the simple scheme of spiritual funding. On the other side is the issuer or SMEs that need funding, need capital for this business, and the left side is investor, and intermediary is platform. Platform is an intermediary between SMEs who needs capital and also investor who needs investment in capital market. So
excuse me,
yeah.
Ibu Fadila, excuse me, I'm so sorry. Seems that we already reached the end of your presentation time.
Sorry. Okay. So, one more slide, please.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, next slide. Yeah, next slide, please. Yes. Yeah, this is just yeah. Yes. This I just want to show about how can we combine between a crowdfunding scheme and also wakaf, because in this case Nazir can collaborate with a platform to of course to receive the portion of the return that shared by investor. But the other scheme also we can encourage actually that the Nazir also have a business unit that can seek funding through capital market. So on the left side, on the right side, so Nazir can also become in one group of SME that issues or need capital, and then they can go to capital market by issue sukuk or Islamic or shares, Islamic stock. Okay, sorry for
it's okay, Ibu Fadila.
I think it's almost finished, and because the last two slides is about opportunities and challenges that we can you can read, and in conclusion that the initiative that we try to propose is still have the handicap because of the next slide, please. Yeah, the last slide. Yes. Yes, we still have the problem about the literacy and inclusion of Islamic market of society, and also insufficient of institutional infrastructure in capital market, and also less understanding of wakaf. Yeah, wakaf. Meanwhile, we have a lot of Muslim population that they still don't aware about the wakaf, importance of wakaf, and the last that this capability and competency is also still to be increased. Okay, thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Ibu Fadila. Let's give it. Even Bu Fadila still has a lot of things to share with us, but unfortunately we have a time limitation to do that. But it's okay. Keep your curiosity, because we still have 2 days and next 2 days, yeah. So we could do not satisfy today. It's good because we still have 2 days more with other awesome speakers. Ibu Fadila, we have 2 questions here. The first question comes from Iya. Iya is Iya from KSEI Voice Team Bongaya Makassar, from Makassar. Ibu Fadila, how we solve Indonesian property problems? Because according to Iya, there are some people who don't want to see the stability of Indonesian economics. What do you think, Bu Fadila?
Excuse me, could you repeat? Who don't want to see
economic stability of Indonesia?
Mm-hmm.
I will repeat the questions. How we solve Indonesia's property problem? Because according to Iya, there are some people who don't want to see the economic stability of Indonesia.
how should I comment to that? Because actually we need data, right? To support. I mean, is that just assumption, or is just the fact that if you said that some people don't want to see the stability of economic, yeah. So I don't know how to make sure about that, but because I don't know the reason that if they're Indonesian people, they should do that, right?
Yeah.
Except that they are not. Maybe they are foreigner that still stay in Indonesia. Maybe so. I don't know how to answer this question that maybe make you satisfied.
Yeah. The answer is we still have just fight. Yeah.
Yeah.
There are but other people who don't like the Indonesia economic stability. We don't need to care about them.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Second question from Usama from University Muhammadiyah Malang. There is a lot of strategies and instruments that would help citizens of Indonesia, but on field, progress was so slowly. Would Mrs. Fadila share a bit of problem issues? Are there because of less education about philanthropy Islam?
Yes, I think as I mentioned before that I think now the biggest homework for us, I mean for all of us, is how to do the campaign, the big huge campaign about the wakaf, because the potential of wakaf is so big, so huge. I talk about the land wakaf, but we also have the potential of cash wakaf. Yeah. If we try to calculate the number of Muslim population in Indonesia, and that every Muslim, they have the awareness to give or to put money to put aside their money to pay wakaf. So we can calculate how much, but it's only on the paper. Yeah. Because according to Badan Wakaf Indonesia data, Indonesian Wakaf Board data, the potential of cash wakaf should be 7 trillion rupiah.
Wow,
but
huge
now,
number.
Yeah, but in fact, still in like just a million or billion, still less than 1 trillion. So I think that, and also maybe you remember that in early of this year, Pak Jokowi and also Pak Wapres also has launched the Gerakan Nasional Wakaf Uang. Remember? Yeah. And now, to be honest, now I don't have information about the progress of that.
Okay.
That program. So I mean the transparency of the program, and that always to be shared to public, and that they have to be I think we have to do the socialization and education more and more. And I think the only the one thing that maybe, because I don't know whether the government has tried or not, that we should try to engage. I mean, to engage like the society or like tokoh-tokoh agama that the society trust. I mean, you know, that they have like a high credibility in the society to make it possible. I mean, to be more succeed for this program, because without that, sometimes people still look at the who talk, not vote for. So yes, without that, maybe it's one way.
They still doubt to put some money on that program.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Ibu Fadila. So from your answer, we know that I highlight some of that our homework. Even we have a huge potential wakaf in Indonesia, but the reality is not as good as the potential itself. There's some problem came from transparency, education, and we need high credible spokesperson to explain about it to the society. Ibu Fadilah Kartika Sasi, thank you. Thank you very much for your sharing. Yeah, hopefully we could meet in the next session. Thank you, Ibu. Thank you, all the participants. Thank you for keep with us, being with us until now, and this is the last session of the first day webinar. From our 4 awesome speakers, I could conclude that even pandemic 19 have give negative impact to our economic, but seems that we already have several things to do to solve this problem. From ACT and from Basnas, we learned that they already prepare some programs to help the needed, and OJK also like that. I see some regulation. They provide the regulation to respond to situation. Actually, even there are so many challenges, I think we still could optimist that hand in hand together, we could through this pandemic situation. And for all participants, I know you have so many questions in your mind, but because we have limit time, you could not deliver your question here. But don't worry, in the next 2 days, there are still many awesome speakers. So please attend this international webinar. Thank you for all distinguished speaker and participant. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I give it back to MC. Sarah, please. Sorry, Sarah, seems that you still mute.
Hello. Test, am I audible? Hello, am I audible?
Please, yes, please.
Okay. Thank you for all the amazing speakers and also Miss Lois for moderating our event wonderfully. Thank you for your enthusiasm for joining the first day of Sharia Academic Festival. Once again, we would like to express our appreciation and gratitude to all of sponsorship and media partner who has generously helped us to make this event come true. We're going to watch the sponsor video. For the sponsorship team, you can take the lead.
Ketika kita ingin yang terbaik, hati dan pikiran kita malah dibuat jungkir balik. Ketika menginginkan ibadah dan finansial bisa selaras, mereka bilang gak akan bisa pas. Ketika ingin bebas dari riba, gak mungkin bisa lepas penuhnya. Bahkan jauh lebih riba katanya. Gak doyan bunga dibilang gak realistis. Punya rekening bank syariah dianggap gak praktis. Malahan bisa-bisa menghambat flow bisnis. Tapi apa kita akan berhenti dan menyerah gitu aja? Kita bisa pilih untuk maju terus, tetapkan ikhtiar di jalan yang lurus. Kini ketenangan bermuamalah ada di depan mata. Ibadah dan finansial kini jalan beriringan. Dan kesempatan meraih keberkahan dalam bertransaksi ada di genggaman. Hijrah Bank, tanpa riba, tanpa ribet.
Baik, terdengar suara saya, Kakak. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Perkenalkan, nama saya Novi. Saya selaku perwakilan dari PT Kosmetik Kata Masuk Perinda. Saya apa yang sering disebut dengan Ines Kosmetik. Salam hormat kepada panitia beserta jajarannya, dan salam hormat kepada pemateri yang sangat memberikan luar biasa materinya dengan tema Optimizing the Potential of the Circular Economy in Post-COVID Economic Recovery. Pertama-tama izinkan saya memperkenalkan diri. Perkenalkan, nama saya Novi. Saya selaku perwakilan dari PT Kosmetik Kata Masuk Perinda atau sering disebut dengan Ines Kosmetik. Di sini saya akan memaparkan apa itu Ines Kosmetik. Ines Kosmetik adalah salah satu produk lokal yang 100% diproduksi di Indonesia, tepatnya di Jawa Timur 1998 silam. Dibantu oleh pakarnya kecantikan dari Belgia, yaitu Mr. Robert Hans, yang sudah berpengalaman 44 tahun di dunia kecantikan di benua Eropa, sehingga Ines eksis 23 tahun di Indonesia, dengan ratusan item produk Ines Kosmetik yang sudah didistribusikan ke seluruh Indonesia. Untuk Ines Kosmetik sudah mengantongi sertifikat halal serta BP POM, dengan misi mempercantik wanita Indonesia dengan kulit yang sehat dan ideal, sehingga bisa bersinergi positif ke sekelilingnya. Dan saya juga perwakilan Ines mengajak teman pembelajar agar selalu care terhadap kondisi kulit, apalagi dalam kondisi pandemi seperti ini. Untuk produk Ines meliputi make up, salah satunya bisa dilihat dari tayangan video tadi, ada Volumizer Eyebrow Mascara. Volumizer Eyebrow Mascara yang sudah mengandung vitamin A, E, dan sunflower oil untuk mempercantik alis teman-teman secara praktis, khususnya partisipan wanita. Dan kita ada rangkaian yang namanya skincare, kita ada yang namanya film mask, dan clay masker yang sudah mengandung oil absorber dan film coating untuk mengencangkan kulit dan membantu untuk mengangkat kotoran terdalam di pori-pori. Bagus sekali untuk perawatan mingguan yang bisa dipakai oleh kalangan general. Dan kita juga ada yang namanya body care yang bisa dipakai oleh kalangan general. Sudah pasti untuk acara ini kami memberikan voucher belanja Ines Kosmetik, di mana voucher belanja Ines Kosmetik saya minta bantu ditayangkan oleh panitia. Dengan pembelanjaan secara pribadi bisa men-screenshot untuk voucher tersebut. Dan khususnya Volumizer dan clay masker, film masker akan mendapatkan diskon 30%. Ines juga bisa dilihat di e-commerce kami, yaitu JJID, Lazada, Tokopedia, bahkan e-commerce lainnya. Bahkan bisa di-download di aplikasi kita melalui Play Store. Dan juga bisa kepoin follow IG, Facebook, TikToknya @Ines Kosmetik, karena banyak sekali produk-produk Ines, produk yang di-launching di 2021 ini. Untuk webinar yang sangat luar biasa ini juga saya minta izin kepada panitia, saya akan memberikan nomor saya melalui kolom chat. Barangkali ini ada teman pembelajar ingin berkonsultasi secara gratis, mencari makeup yang tepat atau perawatan kulit yang tepat, tentunya dengan Ines Kosmetik bisa melalui jalur pribadi. Nah, demikian seputar Ines Kosmetik. Semoga bermanfaat. Lebih dan kurang saya mohon maaf. Saya tutup. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih.
Sponsor. Pegadaian, BBO, Ines, Bank Mega Syariah, Dompet Duafa, ACT, Bank BTN Syariah, Inisiatif Zakat Indonesia, BMT Hidayatullah, Hijrah Bank, and Ideas. For media partner, HMPS Perbankan Syariah, Event Jakarta, Event Nasional, Infokopedia, Infolomba, Kampus Update, Acara Kampus, and Enjoy Tasik. The next agenda, let's bow down our head in the presence of God and pray together. To Mr. Alfat, you can take the lead.
Thank you to the Master of Ceremony. Before we start prayer, it would be nice to be calm and hands up to hope for his blessing. Ila hadratin Nabil Mustafa Rasulillahi Muhammadin sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Al-Fatihah. Nastaghfirullahaladzim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Allahumma sholli wa sallim wa barik ala Sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Allahumma maghfiratuka awsa'u min dhunubina wa rahmatuka arja indana min a'malina. Allahumma ij'al jam'ana hadha jam'an marhuma wa tafarruqan min ba'dihi tafarruqan ma'suma wa la taj'alillahumma fina wa la ma'ana wa la man yatba'una syakiyan wa la matrudan wa la mahruma. Allahumma inna nas'aluka ilman nafi'an wa amalan mutaqabbalan wa rizqan wasi'an halalan thayyiban. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika asyhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Rabbana zalamna anfusana wa illam taghfir lana wa tarhamna lanakunanna minal khasirin. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina adzabannar. Rabbana taqabbal minna innaka antas samiul alim wa tub alaina innaka antat tawwabur rahim. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
The event by reciting Hamdalah together. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Don't forget to join tomorrow's event. From the deepest of my heart, I do apologize for my mistakes in presenting this event. Thank you very much for your kind attention. The last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.